If you are like me, you have a ton of skincare that you can't quite use. Maybe you have some nourishing serums that you bought too many of them, and so some of them kind of get pushed into a drawer or under a sink, or they're on a shelf. Well, today I am going to share with you 10 or 11 ways to creatively use the skincare that you own that will make a huge difference to some of these issues that you might have that you didn't know how to treat. And this is not going to just be use your facial stuff on your body. I've got some really interesting tips, things that I used in the treatment room that we can bring home so that we can use up that skincare. If you're new, I hope that you will consider subscribing. I also hope you will check the description box. I link my blog. I hope you'll subscribe to my blog and my newsletter. I send out all kinds of skincare education, tips, tricks, all kinds of stuff on a regular basis. It's in the description box. Okay. Let's get into it. Tip number 1, or treatment number 1, is to use acid flash masks. If you have acid products that are leave-on products, especially if they're a tiny bit thicker than a serum, but even if they're a serum, you can apply them more heavily than you would if you were going to wear them as skincare. And then you can rinse them off after 10 or 15 minutes and get kind of a flash mask, a flash exfoliation, a flash glow up. It's also a really great way to kind of mitigate irritation if you don't want to leave one of those products on all day long or all night long. Tip number 2 is sort of similar, and I think I've talked about this on this channel before, but it is using your hyaluronic acid gel cream products of any kind as an in-shower mask. Now, you can use it as an in-shower mask on your face, neck, décolleté, your hands, anywhere you want. The entire premise of that is that you get in the shower, your skin gets nice and steamy and damp, and then you apply one of these products, and then it will just pull all of that water and super duper hydrate your skin. You rinse it off before you get out of the shower, so it's really one of those things that is easy to do, easy to fit in, and you will take your skin from being dry or parched or in need of a little drink of water, and you will super hydrate it via not only the water in the shower, but obviously the hyaluronic acid. Next tip, number 3, is going to be using those same products as long as they are free of oil as conductivity gel. I've talked about that before also, but I love to use this particular mask, this particular product as a conductivity gel. I will use it with my Zip, I will use it with my MyoLift, and I have tested this one with MyoLift. It has a conductivity bar, and I know that I absolutely do get conduction. So for those of you who are always searching for a really good conductivity gel that won't irritate your skin, sometimes some of them I hear people talk about how they irritate their skin, they cause them to break out, things like that. Well, if you have a hyaluronic acid water cream, gel cream with no oil in it that you already know your skin loves, you can definitely use that as a conductivity gel. As long as it is water-based, you will be getting a nice conductivity gel, obviously, but also a treatment. It's like you're putting a mask on your face the whole time you're doing your microcurrent session. I will do that sometimes, not because I don't have enough conductivity gels. I have plenty of those in my arsenal, but because I really love the way that it makes my skin feel after. I can remove the product after, and it's like I just put on the best hydrating mask ever. Number 4. Now this one isn't skincare, but I really want to share this one because I think all of us can use this. If you have ever purchased a leave-in cream hair product, and once you got it home and you tried it, and it was too heavy, it left your hair feeling like it was weighed down, maybe it left you feeling a tiny bit greasy, or you couldn't quite distribute it throughout your hair, take that cream hair leave-in product and dilute it in like 80% water to 20% at the most of that cream leave-in product. Shake it up really well and use it as a watered down leave-in conditioner. The way that I discovered this one was like 2 years ago at the Sephora sale. I purchased a very expensive Kerastase leave-in product, and it almost made it into a favorites and fails video as a fail. And I was so irritated because I'm a hairstylist and I have access to hair products at a professional beauty supply. So for me to go and spend a lot of money on products at Sephora, even on sale, It irritated me that I bought something that was so not great for my hair. Even though it looked like it would be really appropriate for my hair, it just wasn't. Well, I ran through my Sun Bum, which I've used this for years and years and years. It is a 3-in-1 leave-in conditioner, and it's almost like a spray lotion. It definitely comes out thicker than just a clear leave-in conditioner. This gave me the idea of taking the empty bottle of this, filling it mostly with water, adding a ton, maybe 10 pumps of the Kerastase product. I shook it up really well, and I loved it. I ended up going through that entire Kerastase product. I did not repurchase it, but I really thought about repurchasing it because I loved it diluted down. It also took me over a year to go through that very expensive hair product, which made me feel a lot better because I actually finished it. But the amount of money it cost me per use was cut into, like a massive fraction versus just using it straight and going through the bottle faster. Okay, tip number 5 is going to be to set up a specific routine for your hands. And I am not talking about buying anything new to use on your hands. I am talking about looking in your skincare arsenal and finding products and setting up a routine for your hands that's similar to your face, with things that you have just kind of set aside because you bought something else in that same category, you like it better, and put those things next to your bed. Put them on your bedside table. Now I'm talking about, maybe a serum, and maybe you have a retinol that you use on your face that kind of got bumped out by some other retinol. Maybe you have an alpha hydroxy acid product that you really liked, but something else came along and took its place. You can set up a little hand routine, something very simple, with things that you will have tabled. Put them next to your bed so that before you go to bed, you can simply sit and do a quick hand routine with your neglected skincare. Number 6, use your nourishing serums, layer them on your lips, and follow up with an occlusive product at night. You really don't need to have lip masks. You can create your own lip masking situation with your facial products. Now, I do like plenty of lip masks personally. One of my all-time favorites is my Aven, my Cicaphate for lips. That is a lip mask all in itself. But a way to make that work even better for your lips is to put serums on your lips first. Now, I am not talking about acid serums or retinoid serums or anything like that. I am simply talking about hydrating, moisturizing serums that you have. Most of us have a few because we have seen something new and purchased it, seen something new and purchased it. So for me, for example, you guys have seen me talk about this. I've repurchased this a couple times. It's the Aveeno Calm and Restore Triple Oat Serum. This is such a great calming, soothing, moisturizing, hydrating serum. I love to put this on the lips. And you would put it on, let it soak in for a second, put it on again, soak in, do it a few times, and then follow it up with, you could follow it up with Aquaphor. This is up to you. However, whatever you like to put on your lips that is occlusive, trap that moisturizing serum in your lips and give yourself a beautiful overnight lip treat. I am telling you, this is a great way to wake up to more supple, soft, less flaky lips, something I have done forever. There's absolutely no reason why you cannot use the serums that you put on your face on your lips. Okay, number 7, did you know that alpha hydroxy acid toners, wipes, little pads can make really great underarm odor mitigators? Especially using an alpha hydroxy acid toner on like a cotton pad and wiping your underarms can really help with de-stinking or preventing odor, etc. Here's another one for extra hair products. If you have a hair conditioner that just did not work out for you, I'm going to give you an example. I purchased the Living Proof, the Curl shampoo and conditioner. You're going to probably see this in a fails. It was not good for me, not good at all. Well, this conditioner is now going to be my shave cream. So if you have conditioners that you just can't get through or that you didn't love for your hair, use them as shave creams. Speaking of shaving, tip number 10 is to use your beta hydroxy acids, your salicylic acid products, as treatment for ingrown hairs. If your husband shaves and on his neck he gets ingrown hairs, your salicylic acid toners, all the way up to 2%, can be really, really helpful for treating ingrown hairs and also preventing ingrown hairs. Now, if there's actual razor burn, be careful. The acid can sting and irritate and all that stuff. But when it's truly just ingrown hairs, your salicylic acid treatments are phenomenal for that. Anywhere you shave that you find you get ingrown hairs, salicylic acid toners will be helpful. The last tip, you can use your salicylic acid to treat blackheads inside the ear. This part of your ear, not in your ear, but the right here inside your ear. I noticed this when I was in clinic, often on my teenage clients, especially young, like 17-year-old boys. They would get blackheads in the inner part of their ear right here. Now, the way that I would treat that in office was I would take a cotton ball, saturate it in usually a disincrustation solution, and gently put it on the outside again, not on the inside of the ear, on the outside of this part of the ear, and let it sit like a mask for a while. It helps so that you can dislodge any kind of blackheads, but it also helps to stop the blackheads from forming because it keeps those pores clear. So if you have a teenager, if you get blackheads inside your ear, or if you know or love someone who gets that, try that with your salicylic acid toners. The other thing that you can do if you don't want to saturate a cotton ball and put it right here in your ear and let it sit for 15 minutes or something, is you can actually just saturate a Q-tip, and you can, every single day, you can just gently clean that area and use your salicylic acid to prevent and to treat blackheads in the ear. It is a very, very effective way. And also, most of us have some version of salicylic acid in our arsenal, especially if we're prone to blackheads or congestion. Let me know in the comments if any of these are, if there was any one of these that you had never heard of. And also, let me know if you have a creative way that you use your extra skincare. I hope that you are having a really wonderful day, and I will talk to you in my next skincare video. Take care.